Do you want to buy tokens at an exact price on the Solana blockchain without going to a centralized exchange? I'll show you now. As usual, we'll start at dupe.ag, come up to the top, go to the icon, then welcome to Solana, then click get started and scroll on down right down to the bottom to explore Solana apps. Then click on liquidity and click on Phoenix. This takes us directly to app.phoenix.trade. Phoenix.trade is a very big DEX on the Solana blockchain. However, it's not used by too many people. It's used by traders that run special strategies, and it can be used by the occasional user, but it's worth knowing. Let me show you how to use it. So let's go ahead and we'll connect our wallet. We can connect whatever wallet we're using on Solana. Today we'll use Phantom, and then we'll go ahead and connect. Phoenix Trade uses an order book system, so this is similar to a centralized exchange like Binance, Bybit, etc. Over on the left side in the UI, we can click here where it says Sol USDC, and we can select or type whatever pair we want to go and swap. So Sol USDC, USDT, Wrapped ETH, USDC, there's Wrapped Bitcoin, Bonk, WIF, Popcat, WEN, Dupe, JTO, Tensor, WPIF, Drift, and Parcel. These are the tokens that they have. Of course, the majority of people are trading Sol and USDC or Sol and USDT. So let's say, as an example, we'd like to go and buy some Popcat. We select Popcat USDC. We can then go and set a limit order or a market order. So I'm going to go and buy $50 worth of this. Now we do see sometimes this UI issue, which is a little bit strange. It's giving us an estimated average price that's a lot higher than it should be. Essentially, if we're paying 50 USDC, we should be getting basically around 86. So I'm going to click place market order, and I'll be making sure that I will be getting 86. I'll cancel that. I'll show you again, even when it says 55, just because I think there's some UI issue. So you need to make sure that that is accurate, then confirm. And this is how you buy directly at market rate. So whatever the best rate is right now, that's market rate. If you want to go and buy at a limit order, you click limit, and limit types in the upper limit of what you're happy to spend. So as an example, let's say we hope it's going to dip down to like 56 cents. We can type in that amount. Maybe it's $50. It will take it from our account and it's going to go and put it on the order book. So place limit order, it's taking that much, a little bit of Sol, and we'll confirm. Now we can see my open orders, and we can see right down here, if it drops to that value, we can scroll on down, we can see this little red dot here. It's moving up and down. This is where our order is. So if Popcat goes down to that level, our USDC will leave our account down here and it will get Popcat. I'm going to go and set a limit order at a different price, and I can actually do that just by clicking on it. Like I can click that. They'll update the price right there, or that will update the price. I'll go buy another $50 worth, place a limit order, and confirm. That's how we do it when we want to buy something. Now, if we want to go and sell it, of course, if we want to market sell, we can just click market, and then we can click sell. We've got a little bit here. We can go sell something like 40. Once again, we're seeing this UI issue, which I think is just a UI because it's going to work correctly. But place market order. We lose our Popcat. It's taken from our wallet, and we get our USDC. Confirm, exactly as expected. We now see down here, my trades. We can see we've done these trades in our history. Now, what if we think the price is going to go up? So now we click on limit. Now let's have a quick look at the chart. So if we kind of zoom out, you may have your own technical analysis that you've done, but we can see that it reached $1 in, well, not too long ago, actually. It went all the way up there. So maybe we think it's going to go all the way up there now. So I'm going to change this limit price to $1, and I'm going to go and sell 45 Popcat, place a limit order, and confirm. You may want to put in another bid that's even higher just in case it reaches it. Like let's say, as an example, it was $10. You don't expect it to reach, but if it did suddenly pump up there, you will then have a decent amount of USDC. We don't have much in our wallet, but we'll place a limit order like that and we'll confirm. Now we can see we've got all of these open orders. If we click on my balances, this is where we can see this one has just been activated. So we now have to withdraw this. It was a limit order, it was hit, and we can withdraw the funds by clicking withdraw funds, and we get this Popcat going into our wallet. So that's how you use Phoenix Trade. Now, of course, you still use Jupiter in everyday life and the limit orders, but sometimes you want something that's an order book system because it works faster. It's more like a centralized exchange. I'm going to show you one more example. Let's go to Sol and USDC. And as an example, I'm going to go and buy just $100 worth of Sol at the current price, place that market order, confirm, we'll get that Sol, and then I'm going to go and sell it at a much higher price. Maybe this is something you want to do. Maybe you think in the future, let's click on limit, the price of Sol will go to like $600 and you want to go and sell 0.5 and you're happy to have it sit there, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, you'll just have to withdraw it. Then we can place a limit order, confirm, and then we go to my open orders, and we can see it's sitting there at $600. In case the price hits 600, it can then be sold, and we'll have $300 worth of USDC. Now don't go anywhere, because I've got one last tip. We could go and do a stink bid. So let's go and do a buy order. We're going to try and buy SOL, maybe like $100 worth, which would get us 5 SOL at $20. We'll place that limit order. This is highly unlikely to fill, but we'll confirm. I don't think, as I said, this will ever fill. But what we're now doing is we have this bid. In case it gets down that low, maybe there's some crazy flash crash. It's been known to happen before, which is why I bring it up. And maybe it just drops to $20 all the way down here. If it does, we can have our order filled and we will get 5 SOL. And then what can happen with these flash crashes, it will rebound. That's not financial advice. That's just what's happened in the past. Because in the past, there were some traders that, due to liquidity pools going crazy and some sort of strange arbitrage opportunity, someone managed to go and buy SOL at under $10. It turned out to be the most profitable trade because at the time, SOL was over $100. It didn't sit down there for very long, maybe a few seconds, but having these kind of stink bids could help you in the future. Now with Jupiter, you can set that as well. However, sometimes it will not hit, especially if it just wicks down with the candle. Whereas as long as there's a buy order and then there's your sell order, because it's a decentralized system, but it's more of a centralized decentralized system in a sense. It doesn't have to be routed anywhere. It's just sitting there ready to be taken. It can fill and then you can withdraw it. And that's Phoenix Trade. Go and give it a go.